Erev Shabbat Shalom. We begin this week again with opening the Bible with the chapters of Genesis, with the opening of the creation of the world. And oftentimes people get stuck on how the world was created and whether the Bible is teaching us history or metaphysics. To me, it's absolutely clear the Bible is teaching us messages for life. One of my favorite verses in the opening of the Bible. When God creates the world over the 6 days, on the seventh day, creates the Sabbath. He rests and he blesses the day. And he says in such powerful language, he says, "V'yevarech Elohim et yom hashvi." God blesses the seventh day, v'yikadesh oto, and he sanctifies it. Kivo shavat, for there he rested, mikol melachto, from all his creation, asher bara Elohim, that God created, la'asot, for us to do. And the sages in numerous places play off the word asher bara la'asot, that God created la'asot, for us to do. There's a teaching of Rabbi Hoshaya. It's in the context of a broader debate of circumcision back in the times of the Romans. The idea of circumcising someone was seen, circumcising a male child was seen as somehow defiling the perfect human form. Both Rabbi Hoshaya and Rabbi Akiva have dialogues with the Roman governors. Said, if God created you perfect, how can you take your body and maim it? Rabbi Hoshaya here says, Kol ma shebara b'sheshi emei Bereshit tzarich asiyah. All that exists in the natural world requires us to perfect it. He gives the example that the wheat needs to be ground and the mustard seed needs to be prepared. And life in its natural form is amazing, but it's not perfect. Part of the human experience is perfecting that. And for that reason, we begin each Friday night with wine and bread, challah, symbolizing that in the 6 days of creation, the raw materials, the grapes and the wheat were created, but human ingenuity transforms the state of nature and perfects the grapes, turning them into wine, and perfects the wheat, turning it into challah. The same way in our lives, we have so many beautiful blessings, raw materials of joy and love. But our job here is to take that and fashion them, not onto being amazing, but perfecting them and refining them in our lives. Nietzsche often wrote, that the natural state is the ideal state, that one has to allow the strong and the mighty to rule over the weak, and that's a natural state. And he was often very angry at Judaism and by extension of Christianity for suggesting that there's conscience, that there's a sense of morality that upturns the natural order. I bless us as we celebrate Parshat Bereshit and the creation of the natural order. May we recognize the beauty in nature, but when we have the courage to help and work to perfect that nature, to being a kinder, more caring, more perfect world for us, for our families, for our community, and ultimately for the entire world. Shabbat Shalom.